Go, go, loser ranger. When I first heard about this anime, I saw it in an article on Crunchyroll. Then I forgot about it, and not too long ago I came across it on Hulu. It was just sitting there on the home screen, and I said, "Oh shit, I forgot about this anime." I said. Ended up watching it. It was pretty good. At first, it piqued my interest because it was a play on Power Rangers. When I was a kid, I loved the Power Rangers. Wanted to be every color except for the ones that the girls were, like pink and yellow. Looking at the title, I figured the main character would be someone who was looked down upon by people, being told you'll never amount to anything, you'll never be a ranger, you'll always be a loser. That storyline. That wasn't the case. This has a The Boys type of feel to it. Now, I've never watched the show, but I am aware of the storyline. Superheroes that are worthless pieces of shit. The story is about the Rangers. I keep calling them that because I still see them as Power Rangers. They're known as Dragon Keepers. They went up to this fortress that's in the sky, killed the Dusters, also known as fighters, also known as monsters. Bosses. The bosses are referred to as boss monsters. They make a deal with the fighters to do some act every Sunday. They are the big bad monsters who's been at war with the humans for 13 years, trying to take over the world, and every Sunday they are supposed to take an L to the Rangers, or the Keepers. Now, they have to make up a new villain every Sunday. One of the monsters who's fed up with being defeated and looking like a joke is Fighter D. He sets a goal to kill all 5 Dragon Keepers to avenge his fallen comrades and take over the world. The characters. Fighter D. His goal is to take down the Rangers and have world dominance. But he doesn't really know what he wants to do when he takes over the world. He struggles with that in this season. Along the way, he comes across some obstacles, makes some relationships with some people to help take down the Rangers. He takes the appearance of a ranger named Hibiki Sakurama, infiltrates the Ranger Cadet Corps or facility, whatever you want to call it, meets Hibiki's Ranger team, and for the most part, those characters are forgettable, like Spinach. There's one guy who also has beef with the Rangers. His name is Shion, or Shion, yeah. His brother was killed by a boss monster who is still alive. The boss monster is named Peltrola. He tried telling the Rangers what really happened, and they just brushed him off. And Red Keeper said to him quietly in his ear, whispered it to him that his brother chose the wrong field. I'm paraphrasing. Chose the wrong field or chose the wrong career, and he was never going to amount to being a Dragon Keeper. Paraphrasing again. So he's supposed to be this quiet, serious, angry, deep voice character who doesn't really pique my interest. Maybe it's the hair, but he just doesn't really move me. Anyway, Fighter D is confident, funny, ambitious. I like how later on in the season he realizes Peltrola doesn't really care about his kind. He uses his people, his own people, or his own kind to protect himself and to get his own way. And Fighter D realizes that, and he's like, you know, fuck you, boss. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I like that. He's an ambitious character. He doesn't take shit from anyone. I mean, he does take shit for a few years, but eventually he decides that he wants to change, and he's tired of being the butt of someone's joke, and he thinks for himself. And I like that about this character. He may come off like he doesn't care, but the more he establishes a connection with Hibiki's team, the more he starts to care for them and kind of look out for them. Hibiki Sakurama. He's the excited, enthusiastic ranger who's all about justice. Pletrola. His parents were killed by Pletrola. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. I don't give a fuck. His parents were killed by the boss monster. Let's say that, the boss monster, and him and his sister were saved by Blue Keeper, and that's why he became a ranger. But he is aware that they are not who they appear to be. On the outside, they're the heroes that fight for justice, and they look cool, and they care about people, but on the inside, they're just, you know, dirtbags. And so Hibiki decides to help Fighter D. I've seen a picture of him in the manga, and he looks like a one-armed zombie. I don't like how he sacrificed his arm and end up looking like a gross mole person. I don't know. That just didn't sit well with me. Like, he's already gonna sacrifice so much to help Fighter D already in the story. Yumiko Suzukiri. She kind of freaks me out. She has an intimidating look to her. Right off the bat, it's obvious that she is up to something. In the very beginning, she figured out that D was a monster, although he didn't do a very good job of hiding it. She helps D in taking down the Rangers. She tells him in order for him to do that, he needs to take the divine artifacts. Each keeper has an artifact. It allows them to transform. It also gives them the ability to kill the fighters. She wants the artifacts. Is it to actually take down the keepers, or is it to use it for something else? I don't know. But she's very strong and very smart, and there's not a whole lot with this character, so she's still kind of a mystery to me. Blue Keeper. Blue Keeper's backstory is revealed. Once you see his story, you think, oh, maybe the Rangers aren't total pieces of shit or shits. They seem to have some good morals. They seem to care about other people. They're not completely selfish. And when he's fighting Fighter D, you'll see how he truly cares for his comrades and the people that he grows bonds with. And last but not least, Red Keeper. Good villain, fits the mold, good looking son of a bitch, tall and muscular, plays the part of being a leader and a hero very well. He's obsessed with fame and attention, but he's not weird about it. He loves looking good while doing it. He won't stop a villain unless there's an audience. He's such a fake douchebag that when Blue Keeper ends up dying by Peltrola or Plethora, he was so concerned with the victory pose. He wasn't upset with the fact that he lost a comrade, which makes you wonder, is the reason as to why he wanted him to become a keeper in the first place was for a victory pose? But yeah, I do like Red Keeper. He's a cool villain, and can't wait to see what he has in store as the show goes on. So that's some of the characters that I liked and that piqued my interest. I'll give this show an 8 out of 10. My only gripe with this show is the lack of action. It felt like through half the season, it was like there was more dialogue than fighting. But towards the end, the fighting started to ramp up and the fight scenes started to get better and better. But besides that, this was a pretty good show. I mean, this was a pretty good season. A lot went on in this season. A lot of surprises. You find out that the Pink Ranger is Hibiki's sister. You would think that would be a cliffhanger or one of the cliffhangers towards the end of season 1, and you're going to start to wonder, how is Fighter D going to be able to complete his task knowing that Hibiki's sister is a Dragon Keeper? How will that play out in the future? Will he end up having to fight Hibiki because he wants to kill the Dragon Keeper? So will he end up having to fight Sakurama in order to get to his sister? Or will he spare his sister? Will Hibiki end up killing his own sister when he finds out some of the things that she's done? Who knows, right? How will the Dragon Keepers move on without Blue Keeper? Will they find a replacement? Will they kill the replacement? You know? So I think this show does a very good job of getting to the point, and I think season 2 is going to be really good. I have some very high expectations for season 2. So those are my thoughts on the show, and have a nice day. See ya.